Blog Talk Radio.
سلمون مال أرسو بفيته بونتنا.
These are also the proverbs of Solomon, which the men of Hezekiah, king of Judah, copied out.
Righteousness, we say. Every ghetto youth, stand up and play a part. Stand up for something, or you're gonna fall for anything. Listen to me. Righteousness, we say. Righteousness, we say. Every ghetto youth, stand up and play a part. Stand up for something, or you're gonna fall for anything. Listen to me. Righteousness, we say. Righteousness, we say. Every ghetto youth, stand up and play a part. Stand up and play a part. Stand up and play a part. Stand up and play a part.
Keep on moving on. Give up the fight. Yeah.
And sing the dark sayings of old. Does not wisdom and knowledge stretch forth their hands? Unto you, O children, I cry. All the words of my mouth speak righteousness. All the days of my life will tell. Take heed of the works of Jehovah, or man you will surely fail. Sorrowful, your folly is your reward. Better a dinner of herb where love is than feasting where there is wrath. All the words of my mouth speak righteousness. All the days of my life will tell. Take heed of the works of Jehovah. Amen, you will surely fail. Oh yeah, na na. People and live upright, for this is the time that will tell, when the righteous ones shall stand up strong. Oh, why did the heathen rage? All the words of my mouth speak righteousness. All the days of my life will tell. Take heed of the works of Jehovah. Amen, you will surely fail. Oh yeah, now. And sing the dark sayings of old. Does not wisdom and knowledge stretch forth their hands? Unto you, O children, I cry. All the words of my mouth speak righteousness. All the days of my life will tell. Take heed of the works of Jehovah. Amen, you will surely fail. Oh yeah.
and forsake not the law of thy mother, and forsake not the law of thy, not the law of thy, not the law of thy. My son, hear the instruction of thy father, and forsake not the law, forsake not the law. Hear the instruction of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother. For they shall be an ornament of grace unto thy head, and chains about thy neck. And of thy father, and for father, and for my son, my son, my son, my son, my son, hear the instruction of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy law of thy law of thy law of thy law. Hear the instruction of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother, thy mother, thy mother, thy mother. Hear the instruction of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother. Of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother, and forsake not the law of thy mother. And forsake not the law of thy mother, the law of thy mother, the law, and forsake not the law of thy mother, the law of thy mother, the law, and forsake not the law of thy mother, 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 the law of thy mother. The Proverbs, Chapter 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel, to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, and judgment, and equity, to give subtlety to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels, to understand the proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. My son, hear the instruction of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother, for they shall be an ornament of grace unto thy head, and chains about thy neck. My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. If they say, come with us, let us lay wait for blood, let us lurk privily for the innocent, without cause, let us swallow them up alive as the grave, and whole as those that go down into the pit. We shall find all precious substance, we shall fill our houses with spoil. Cast in thy lot among us, let us all have one purse. My son, walk not thou in the way with them, refrain thy foot from their path. For their feet run to evil, and make haste to shed blood. Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird, and they lay wait for their own blood. They lurk privily for their own lives. So are the ways of every one that is greedy of gain, which taketh away the life of the owners thereof. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called, and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For that they hated knowledge, and did not choose the fear of the Lord. They would none of my counsel, they despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. She seeketh wool and flax, and worketh willingly with her hands. She is like the merchant's ships. She bringeth her food from afar. She riseth also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion to her maidens. She considereth a field, and buyeth it. With the fruit of her hands she planteth a vineyard. She girdeth her loins with strength, and strengtheneth her arms. She perceiveth that her merchandise is good. Her candle goeth not out by night. She layeth her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff. She stretcheth out her hand to the poor, yea, she reacheth forth her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. She maketh herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. Her husband is known in the gates when he sitteth among the elders of the land. She maketh fine linen, and selleth it, and delivereth girdles unto the merchants. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. She openeth her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness. She looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. Her children arise up and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praiseth her. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain. But a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. The end of the Proverbs.
Salamta Beteseb, greetings and welcome, family, to this special episode of Wisdom Wednesday with the Rastamandem here on Discipleship Radio.
I notice y'all really can't stand it whenever I make a post defending black men. There's always a barrage of comments like, we got to hold them accountable. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for accountability, but when do we not hold black men accountable? It's like every day, every time I get on the internet, someone is always talking about what black men not doing right. As a matter of fact, the only time we do bring up black men is to hold them accountable for the stuff that they not doing. I mean, it's almost like we're letting our personal experiences and the media, first and foremost, dictate how we feel about our own men. Never mind the several instances of black men who were protecting black women. Never mind the black man who pulled a black woman out of a burning building. Never mind the black man who jumped in front of a group of girls and lost his life defending them. Never mind the black men who were taking 12-hour shifts to defend a black woman in their neighborhood. Never mind that the majority, the vast majority, over 80% of black men are married to black women. We got to stop letting the media tell us that our men don't love us and protect us. That's a lie. This country is hell-bent on destroying our men. Let's not help them.
Shuba shuba, shuba shuba day, shuba shuba, shuba 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 day, shuba shuba, shuba shuba day, yeah 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 yeah. Now no real man can live without the woman. Like night to day, says a woman to her man. She's essential to his purpose and his mission. A good woman is a glory to her man. He'll never take the power, still let's make him a better man. Every great man has a virtuous woman. Woman, you say you love me, you never leave me lonely, yeah. You always be there for me, so need not to worry, yeah. Woman, to keep I strong, which is part of of your plan. I leave my mom and dad, find a woman and be one. With a woman I make my bond, perfect combination. I am a black man, some love me black woman. Woman I give me this sweet, sweet love. Oh, any time of day, yeah, lots of kisses and hugs. Oh, I burn out all, yeah. No real man can live without a woman. That night to day says a woman to her man. And she's essential to his purpose and his mission. A good woman is a glory to her man. She'll never take the power, she'll just make him a better man. Every great man has a virtuous woman. Woman I love and honor. The Father I delight, your Empress Omega. The Mother Rastafari culture revises to the King and his Empress Menin, who showed us the right and the true way of living. Woman could never cause sin, so listen as I sing. But the women of the earth, my joy bell ring, ring, ring. Equality in Zion, my nature's law, that's where it should go. For every man I know there is a woman. You meet the valley, oh, that's all I know. Oh, yes. Shuba, 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 shuba day. Shuba, 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 shuba day. Shuba, 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 shuba day. Shuba, shuba day. Shuba, shuba, shuba day. Well, I say the family unit is fundamental and important, you know. The real man can't live without someone, you know. A person is going to rise, is going to purify the woman that I want, you know. I go, so much so, you know. Now. The real man can live without a woman. Like night to day, says a woman to her man. She's essential to his purpose and his mission. A good woman is a glory to her man. Woman, you say you love me. You never leave me lonely, yeah. You always be there for me. So I need not to worry, yeah. Woman to keep my strong, which is part of your plan. I leave my mom and dad, find a woman and be one. With a woman I make my bond, perfect combination. I am a black man, some love me black woman. Woman I give me this sweet, sweet love. Oh, any time of day, yeah, lots of kisses and hugs. Rastaman I burn out all, yeah. No real man can live without a woman. Like night to day, says a woman to her man.
What do you see the Babylon system is? Babylon system is a vampire, deceiving the people day by day, building church and university. Because now, when you check the church now, the Bible is good. The Bible is good that when Christ coming, he will be the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, right? Now, when we look out, we see Haile Selassie.
Sent by the king, watch them wandering when me fly down far. We step on the beat and kick down with him like a slide down bar. We burning the system, we tell the youth if we fight gun war. Uplifting me sister, tell us till I see I love star. Below Wally, Babylon is system falling, but this is just the beginning. Beginning of the grand finale. Finale because eventually we get the cause. Now we stand up tall and we gang up cause united. We stand divided, we fall and we love. Whoa, walk with the Prince of Peace, Selassie are the leader. Praise be to the Kings of Kings, Alpha and Omega. Oh, Selassie are the leader. Oh, Alpha and Omega. Guiltiness is on their face and bloodshed on their shoulder. Turn from your sinful way, yeah, before lightning strike all over. Well, if a atrocity where your cause can get to you, then you have the other city, come give me gun for shoot. And not chat how you like the city, well, this is the ugly truth. When you bring all the guns, come give me give it to my recruit. Big revolution, one time the guns them turn from the old politician. We bring it come in the first place, you should have fun education. We make the youth them learn, instead of by ammunition. And you want come run the next term, Go run up under your bed, boy. Put your hand on your head. Me terrible and me dread. Corrupted politician, kid dead, boy. Want me to Coral Garden, don't have to Valley Garden. Coming like a pre every garden. No revolution, reach every garden. Go put this up in the gleaner. Me want it, reach every reader. If you live like Haile Selassie, you're not fit to be chronic leader. Well, walk with the Prince of Peace, Selassie are the leader. Praises be to the kings of kings, Alpha and Omega. Yeah, that's it, let's say. Selassie are the leader. Alpha and Omega. Well, never gonna stop until my people are free. As it was in the beginning, so shall it be. In the last days, and the youth, them are preached and terrible. Give thanks and praise for the kings of kings. Praises be to the Prince of Peace. Now stop, give thanks and praise to Alpha and Omega. Empress Menina.
Is that the best way to reach people in your opinion? I am not trying to reach people. I am what I am. And there's a lot more people like me out there, which is my people. So I'm not trying to reach a strange people. The people that I'm reaching is my own people. We all know the same thing. We coming this time as our people. It's not nobody else people, but our people.
Come right now. Hear the evening psalm here for the fourth day. Shalom, Chaverim, Shalom, here for the Rastafari. Wisdom Wednesday right here. We have today's daily psalm, Psalm 127. Here we're in the 16th weekly Torah portion, reading and feeding for Bishalach. In letting go, when let go, when he let go, Beshalach, right here. Hear the evening psalm. Evening psalm, Psalm 94.
Psalm 94. O Lord God, to whom vengeance belongeth. O God, to whom vengeance belongeth, show thyself. Lift up thyself, thou judge of the earth. Render a reward to the proud. Lord, how long shall the wicked triumph? How long shall they utter and speak hard things, and all the workers of iniquity boast themselves? They break in pieces thy people, O Lord, and afflict thine heritage. They slay the widow and the stranger, and murder the fatherless. Yet they say, the Lord shall not see, neither shall the God of Jacob regard it. Understand, ye brutish among the people, and ye fools, when will ye be wise? He that planted the ear, shall he not hear? He that formed the eye, shall he not see? He that chastiseth the heathen, shall not he correct? He that teacheth man knowledge, shall not he know? The Lord knoweth the thoughts of man, that they are vanity. Blessed is the man whom thou chastenest, O Lord, and teachest him out of thy law, that thou mayest give him rest from the days of adversity, until the pit be digged for the wicked. For the Lord will not cast off his people, neither will he forsake his inheritance. But judgment shall return unto righteousness, and all the upright in heart shall follow it. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? Unless the Lord had been my help, my soul had almost dwelt in silence. When I said, my foot slippeth, thy mercy, O Lord, held me up. In the multitude of my thoughts within me, thy comforts delight my soul. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law? They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous, and condemn the innocent blood. But the Lord is my defense, and my God is the rock of my refuge. And he shall bring upon them their own iniquity, and shall cut them off in their own wickedness. Yea, the Lord our God shall cut them off.
Being spread all over another country, another way of thinking. I also heard that your eating is also kosher eating. I mean, you're not eating pork and things like that, you know.
Are you Jewish? Yeah, Rasta. I don't understand. Well, I am Rasta with you.
So it's the same tradition as for the...
The Lion of a tribe of Judah. That must be Jew. Judah. What's from Jew? I was class at Judah.
Lion of Judah shall break every chain.
The King of Oh yeah.
All rise. Court is now in session. All rise. Court is now in session.
Where the guilty must be exposed.
All rise. Court is now in session.
Yes. Like to expose this to your hearing and your understanding. Here we have Jewish professor Adam Mayer. He says Ashkenazi Jews are part of the white race. Hear this.
This author, Nat Hopkinson.
Yeah.
This author, Nat Hopkinson, is a culture professor at Howard University. She has hit back, saying that people who have, quote, become white shouldn't be educating black people on oppression, hinting at these Jewish critics. So the bottom line is, are Jews white? Are Jews white? Are Jews white? Well, joining us for our weekly segment, Bottom Line, is Allgemeiner CEO David Efunes. So, David, let's jump right in. Genetically speaking, are Jews white?
Well, Natasha, it's important to understand, firstly, the intense sensitivity that this question has for the Jewish community. And actually, it's coming up at a personally very relevant time for me. Today is the anniversary of the passing of my great-grandfather, David Weinstock, who was arrested by the Nazis in Vienna in September 1939. And he was taken to the anthropological department at the Vienna Museum of Natural History, and he was subjected to, together with 440 other Jews, to degrading tests and measurements because he was considered by the Nazis to be of an inferior race. So it really is the height of irony and insult that when Jews express concern about anti-Semitism being ignored and a blindness to anti-Semitism, they're then lumped into the white category.
Genetically speaking, are Jews white?
I want to get Dr. Meyer's opinion on this. Classifying it as white Jew, because we know there's black Jews, you know. How does that make you feel? How does that initially hit you when I say, yeah, you know, if I said black and white Jewish relations?
I guess that's mostly what I deal with is in my courses is those interactions. I think again in America most Jews are Ashkenazic Jews who are white. I think again in America most Jews are Ashkenazic Jews who are white. I think again in America most Jews are Ashkenazic Jews who are white. Sometimes part of the problem between the two communities is that some people will take advantage of that, will use their whiteness as a way of promoting themselves, as a way of integrating themselves into whatever community they want to be in by removing themselves and denigrating themselves from some other community. Right. I find that problematic.
Genetically speaking, are Jews white?
I'm white. I'm white. Unseasoned, Caucasian.
I was told welcome home because I'm Jewish. Every single person who's Jewish that steps off the plane, especially for their first time in Israel, is told welcome home. Let's just sit with that for a second. This right here, this is my actual ancestry. I am 88% Ashkenazi Jewish, and none of my ancestors are from the Middle East.
Genetically speaking, are Jews white?
Jewishness is categorized as whiteness here in the States at this present moment. Right. And in different places and different times, it's been categorized differently. So if I look at the ship arrival records from my immigrant ancestors who came over under race and people, it says Hebrew there. And this is a U.S. This is in English in a document that the U.S. government is using. It's 100 and some odd years old. Right. Now, at the same time, Jews in the South were drinking from fountains that were labeled as white. So they were categorized by the government for those purposes as white.
Genetically speaking, are Jews white?
So let's go back to the forward. Can 23andMe tell us if Jews are a race? And is that a good thing? It reads, the idea of race has historically slotted humans into a handful of categories: Asian, African, white, etc. But research has shown that there can be as much genetic differences within these races as between them. And experts say the notion that one skin tone and facial features alone can predict social behavior is plain wrong. It's really important for all of us to resist the attempt to revive this discredited notion that race is a biological category rather than a political and social category, said Marcy Darnowski, director of the Center for Genetics and Society, a not-for-profit scientific ethics group. Now, these are some of the examples that this article posted of Ashkenazi Jews who use 23andMe to confirm their ethnicity, to confirm what race they belong to. This is a post by Jonathan Paul. Mine came back and basically told me I am extremely white, minus a bit of Ashkenazi Jewish heritage, which is kind of dope because Gal Gadot, and that's the actress who played Wonder Woman. And here's another example they use by Abigail Jaffe. It says, I am 98% Ashkenazi, says 23andMe, and 99.7% European. That is white. And someone responded to her from within the Ashkenazi community, posted this: I am Ashkenazi Jew, and I'm most definitely not a person of color. Never thought I'd have to clear that up, but then they post a link to blogs.timesofisrael.com, which is another Jewish publication. This article made an attempt to say that the Ashkenazi Jewish community, they are a people of color. And then they highlighted actors and actresses and famous people from within that community. They photoshopped, in other words, they toned down their appearance to make them appear to be people of color. I'll post a link inside the description box. So again, resist the attempt to revive this discredited notion that race is a biological category rather than a political and social category. So let's skip down to another part of this article. It reads, Ashkenazic Jews often find themselves in the peculiar situation of being 90% Ashkenazi Jewish and 99% European. Sephardi Jews may be told they are mostly Middle Eastern and North African, and less than 10% Ashkenazic. Stuart Schaufman, a travel writer and blogger who writes under the name, and I'm not going to pronounce the full name because of the vulgarity, but Broke Blank Stewart, said he brought a kid from 23andMe because even though his family insists they're exclusively Jewish, he thought there was a possibility that he had some non-Jewish ancestry. I was curious because you never know, said Schaufman. Family stories are just stories. Schaufman, who learned that he is 99.8% Ashkenazi Jewish, said the test hasn't made much of a difference on his sense of Jewish identity. Judaism really informed who I am and my values and my worldview, Schaufman said. 23andMe hasn't made me more or less Jewy at all. I'm just Jewy.
Genetically speaking, are Jews white?
But the fact is that the clan here was not descended from Shem through Judah, right? I mean, it's not descended from that line biblically. But the fact is that the clan here was not descended from Shem through Judah, right? I mean, it's not descended from that line biblically.
They now called themselves Judeans, which they were not. Mind you, the name Jew wasn't invented until the 18th century. Joseph Chagam, king of the Khazars, explained in a letter to the foreign secretary of the Caliph of Cordoba, Hafdai ibn Chaprut, that his people were direct descendants from Japheth, son of Noah. Merchants who traveled through Khazaria had to pay toll, a lucrative way to swell the coffers of the kingdom. The Khazars were different than the peoples from the surrounding countries. They were described as thieves and spies. They were said to be lawless people who lived a life of sin, of sexual extremities and cruelty. They would murder travelers from other countries and adopt their identity. They were masters of deceit. And last but not least, they were said to worship Baal, also referred to as Moloch, a representation of Lucifer that demanded child sacrifice. In return, Baal was said to reward them with riches, with fame and fortune.
Well, here's the big problem that the United States has, is we've got probably the largest concentration of Ashkenazi, Khazarian type Jews on the planet live in the U.S. They have a great deal of money, and money buys influence within our government. And these people are the type that if you won't accept the bribe, they will coerce you some other way, whether it's through blackmail, bribery, intimidation, threats to your family, threats to your children. They will get your attention somehow, and they will try to force you to do what's in their best interest, not what's in the best interest of this country and our people.
Yep.
If you look at our government today and you look at the lopsided representation that they have, they're allegedly 2% of our population, but yet they control 60, 70% of government influential jobs. You look at their influence on the Supreme Court, for instance. They're grossly overrepresented on the Supreme Court, considering they're only 2% of the population. It doesn't reflect the percentage of population. It's greatly overblown. They're overrepresented in every government function, and this is by design. They choose these things. They're overrepresented in the media. They're overrepresented in education. They're overrepresented in a number of areas where they have influence and where they serve as bottlenecks. Look at the Department of Justice, the influence that they have in there, particularly in bottleneck positions, as to what cases get prosecuted and what cases get not prosecuted. They have that type of influence. And this is really to the detriment of the American people, the majority of us out here. The other 99 or 98% of the population is conversely underrepresented, and we don't have our interest, being promoted. And look at how many dual Israeli citizens we have in our U.S. government. Look at the representatives that we have as far as Congress, the Senate, et cetera. That's just the elected officials. But if you look behind that, you look at the permanent bureaucracy which is in there, the senior executive service, for instance. Look at their makeup. Look at how influential this little 2% of our population is. that over, like I said, they control so many of our government functions. And with the bureaucracy, the problem we have is Congressmen can come and go, senators can come and go, but the bureaucracy lives on forever. Yep. And if they are of a leftist or communist mindset, it doesn't matter that a guy like Donald Trump gets elected because the people want to see the changes that his platform represented. It doesn't matter because the bureaucracy is going to implement things the way they choose to. That stays with what their drive, what their goals are, not with what's in the best interest of the American people. Truthfully, if we wanted to do what's in the best interest of the American people, we would stop all relationships with Israel, because we know Israel has a nuclear weapons program. We know they do. We know they have somewhere between 200 and 400 nuclear weapons on hand right now. And our own government, by supporting Israel financially, is breaking their own laws because Israel has not signed the Non-Proliferation Treaty. And our government is disobeying the own laws that it has passed for itself to live within. That's a problem. At least it's a problem for me. So when you look at the amount of money that these people control, and you look at the amount of influence that they have over our government, it's really hard for the regular American citizen, whether it be black, white, Asian, Hispanic, doesn't matter, to overcome that because we don't have those resources.
So let's break down Ms. Hopkinson's statement that Jews have become white. What do you think that she means by that?
Well, in the language of wokeness, which is, how I would describe the ideology to which she belongs, whiteness isn't just a description of the lowest rung on the ladder of victimhood. It's a pejorative. It's an accusation. It refers to an oppressor, a ruling class, a occupier, or a colonialist, right? So really, in effect, this is another slur that's being used against the Jewish community when they're sort of being branded with this label.
What's your thoughts? Please be respectful with your comments. Also, please click the like, click the notification bell, and subscribe to this channel.
Listen, Genesis chapter 11, verse 10 explains the genealogy of Shem. Shem was a black man in Africa. If you repeat this back, Genesis 14, verse 13, Abraham steps on the scene. Being a descendant of Shem, which is a fact, means Abraham too was Abraham, born in the city of a black man, called Nimrod, grandson of Ham. Ham had 4 sons. One was named Cain. Here, let me do some explaining. Abraham, Isaac was the Jacob had 12 sons. For real, and these were the children of Israel. According to Genesis chapter 10, these were the children of Israel. According to Genesis chapter 10, these were the children of Israel. According to Genesis chapter
10. Being spread all over another country, another way of thinking. I also heard that you eating is also kosher eating. I mean, you're not eating pork and things like that.
Are you Jewish? Yes. Rasta.
I don't understand.
Well, I am Rasta with you.
So it's the same tradition as for the
lion.
being spread all over another country, another way of thinking. I also heard that you eating is also kosher eating. I mean, you're not eating pork and things like that.
Are you Jewish?
Yes. Rasta.
I don't understand.
Well, I am Rasta with you.
So it's the same tradition as for the
Lion of a tribe of Judah. That must be Jew. Judah. What's from Jew? I was class at Judah.
Lion of Judah shall break every chain.
Hear, O Israel, 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 Israel.
Shema Yisrael, 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 Yisrael.
The Lord our God, 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 God.
Adonai Elohenu, 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 Elohenu.
Is one Lord, 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 Lord.
Adonai Echad, Adonai Echad, Adonai Echad, Adonai Echad.
Children of the new covenant, here I, O Israel, Rastafari is one. Blazing tongue of flame, get on you till so you know your name come. For he shall have judgment without mercy, that have shown no mercy. For mercy rejoices against judgment, in secret ridicule. Wherefore also it is contained in the scripture, behold, I lay in Zion a chief cornerstone, elect and precious, and he that believeth on him shall not be confounded. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of him who is called out of darkness into his marvelous light. Having good conscience, that whereas they speak evil of you as of evildoers, that they may be ashamed that falsely accuse your good conversation in Jah. Children of the new name covenant, here I, O Israel, the Rastafari is one. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of Jah. And if it first begin at I and I, what shall be the end of them that obey not Jah? Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down the field, riches of you kept back by fraud. Quiet, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabbath or armies. Children of the new name covenant, here I, O Israel, Jah Rastafari is one. Children of the new name covenant, here I, O Israel, Jah Rastafari is one. Jah Rastafari is one. Jah Rastafari is one.
Sabbatical study, this I and I Rastafari sabbatical study for this Shabbat Strong. Shabbat Strong. Shabbat Strong.
My advice to all is to fulfill the Ten Commandments.
And here, Shema Yisrael, here, Gevil Yisrael, here for the Rabi'i, here for the fourth Aliyah, the fourth reading, the fourth up offering, here for this Shabbat Beshalach, Sabbath when he let go, Sabbath in letting go. Here picking up with the second book of Moshe, the Hebrew book that is called Exodus. Exodus chapter 14, here at verse 26 for the Ravi'i, here for the fourth Aliyah, here for this Shabbat Beshalach. Note, this is the Shalishi Sephardim. This is the third Aliyah, here Exodus chapter 14, verse 26 for the Sephardim. Here for the Orthodox, traditional, the Ashkenazi, here we have the Ravi'i, the fourth Aliyah, here for this Shabbat Beshalach, and here from the Sefer Shemot, the Hebrew book of the names known as Exodus chapter 14, verse 26. Vayomeri Yahweh il Moshe nitei et yadeka al hayam Yashuvu Hamayim ala Mitzrayim ala Rikbo ala Parashayo. And Jehovah said to Moshe, stretch out thine hand over the sea, that the waters may come again upon the Mitzrayim, upon the Egyptians, upon their chariots, and upon their horsemen. Vayomer Yahweh il Moshe nitei et yadeka al hayam yashuvu hamayim al Mitzrayim al rikbo al parashayo. And Moshe stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to his strength. When the morning appeared, and the Mitzrayim, the Egyptians, fled against it, and Jehovah overthrew the Mitzrayim, the Egyptians, in the midst of the sea. Vayeta Moshe et yado al hamayim, vayashav hayam, lifnota boker. Le ayatanoa ua mitraima nasima likaratoa waya na Yahweh ela mitraima betoka hayam. And the waters returned and covered the chariots and the horsemen. And all the hosts of Pharaoh, all the hosts of Pharaoh, all the hosts of the great house that came into the sea after them. There remained not so much as one of them. Vayashuvu hamayim, vayakasua eta harakav, ve'eta haparashim, lekola chela paro. Ha bayim acherehem bayam lo nisara bahem ada echad. Here redemption, second part by power, the fourth stage of the journey. Here verse 29. But the Bnei Yisrael, the children, the sons of Yisrael, walked upon dry in the midst of the sea, and the waters were a wall to them on their right hand and on their left. Uvene Yisrael halko baya yabsha betoka hayam ve'hamayim lahem homma miyaminam ua misa molam. Thus, like this, Jehovah saved Yisrael that day out of the hand of the Mitzrayim, out of the hand of the Egyptians, and Yisrael and Israel, Yasharel, man who sees the true good, the true God, saw the Mitzrayim, the Egyptians, dead. upon the sea shore. Vayosha, Yahuwah, and Jehovah saved. Vayosha, Yahuwah, Vayoma Hahua et Yisrael miyad Mitzrayim. Vayare Yisrael et Mitzrayim met. Allah Sefata Hayam. And Yisrael, Israel, the man who sees the true good, the true God, saw that great walk which Jehovah did upon the Mitzrayim, upon the Egyptians, and the people feared, reverenced, respected Jehovah, and believed and amen Jehovah and his servant Moshe and his servant Moses. Vayare Yisrael et hayada ha-gedola asher asah Yahuwah be'mitzrayim vayayire'u ha'am et Yahuwah vayayaminu b'Yahuwah u've'Moshe avdo. And here Shema Yisrael, here Gevil Yisrael, here second book of Moshe, Hebrew book that is called Exodus. Here picking up Exodus chapter 15. Redemption, complete. First item, by blood, badam. Second item, by power. The song of the redeemed. Az Yashir Moshe Uvnei Yisrael eta ha-shira hazot la-Yahuwah vayomru leimor Ashira la-Yahuwah kia gao ga'ah susa ve'rochvo Rama vayam. Then sang Moshe and the children, the Bnei Yisrael, the sons of Yisrael, this song, La Yahuwah, to Jehovah, and spake, saying, I will sing La Yahuwah to Jehovah, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea. Az Yashira Moshe Ubnei Yisrael Eta Hashira Hazot La Yahuwah Vayomru Leimor Ashira La Yahuwah Kia Gao Ga'ah Susa Rokbo Rama Bayam. Yahuwah Jehovah is my strength and song. Jah is my strength and song, and he has become my salvation, and he's become my Yeshua. He, Elohai, Halei, and I will prepare him an habitation, my father's Elohim, and I will exalt him. Alzi ve'zimra Yah, Wayahi li shu'ah, Zeh Elia ve'anawehu Elohe avi wa eromemenahu. Yah is my strength, Alzi with zimrata Yah, and my zimrat, my song, my chant, Alzi with zimrat Yah. Wayahi li shu'ah, and he has become my shu'ah. Wayahi li shu'ah. Za'eli we'anawehu. This is Eli. This is my El, my true good, my true God. Za'eli we'anawehu, and I will glorify him. V'anawehu Elohe Abi, my father's Elohim. Elohe Abi. Wa eromemenhu. Va romemenhu, and I will exalt him. Elohe Abi. Wa eromemenhu. and I will exalt him. Yahweh, 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 a man of war, a man of war, a man of war. Yahweh, Yod-Heh, Yahweh, Shemo, his name. Yahweh, Isha Milachama, Yahweh, Shemo, Shemo, Shemo. Jehovah is a man of war. Yahweh, Ish Milchama, Yahweh, Jehovah, his name. Yahweh, Shemo. Paro, Pharaoh's chariots and his host hath he cast into the sea. His chosen captains also are drowned in the Yam Suf, in the Etra Bahir, in the Red Sea, in the Eritrean Sea. The depths have covered them. They sank into the bottom as a stone. Thy right hand, O Yahweh, O Jehovah, is become glorious in power. Thy right hand, O Yahweh, Jehovah, hath dashed in pieces the enemy, and in the greatness of thine excellency, in the greatness of thy majesty, thou hast overthrown them that rose up against thee. Aye, thou sentest forth thy wrath, which consumed them as stubble, and with the blast of thy nostrils the waters were gathered together. The flood stood upright as a heap. The depths were congealed in the heart of the sea. The enemy said, I will pursue, I will overtake, I will divide the spoil. My lust shall be satisfied upon them. I will draw my sword, my hand shall destroy them. Thou, the eye, didst blow with thy wind. The sea covered them sank as lead in the mighty waters. Who is like to thee, I, O Yahweh, O Jehovah, among the gods, among the mighty? Who is like thee, I, glorious in holiness and idleness, set apartness, fearful, terrible, dreadful in praises and eyes, doing wonders? Mi kamoka ba'elim Yahuwah, mi kamoka nedara ba'kodesh, nora tehilota ose feleh. Thou stretchest out thine right hand, the earth swallowed them. Thou, in thy mercy, hast led forth the people, Ha'am. Thou hast redeemed, thou hast guided in thy strength to thy holy, thy island, thy set apart habitation. The people shall hear, be afraid, sorrow shall take hold on the inhabitants of Philistia. Then the dukes of Edom shall be amazed. The mighty men of Moab, trembling, shall take hold upon them. All the inhabitants of Canaan, shall melt away. Fear and dread shall fall upon them. By the greatness of thine arm, they shall be still as a stone, till thy people pass over, O Yahweh, O Jehovah, till the people, Ha'am, pass over. Thou hast purchased, thou, the eye, shall bring them in and plant them in the mountain of thine inheritance. In the place, O Yahweh, O Jehovah, thou hast made for the eye to dwell in. The sanctuary, O Adonai, Donai, thy hands have established. Yahweh, Jehovah shall reign forever and ever. Yahweh, Jehovah shall reign for ever and ever. Yahweh, Yimlok le'olam va'ed. Yahweh, Jehovah shall reign forever, for ever and ever. Yahweh, Yimlok le'olam wa'ed. For the horse of Pharaoh went in with his chariots and with his horsemen into the sea, and Yahweh and Jehovah, Yahweh, brought again the waters of the sea upon them. But the Bnei Yisrael, the children, the sons of Yisrael, went on dry land in the midst of the sea. And Miriam, the prophetess, the sister of Aharon, took a timbrel, a drum, a kabrah, in her hand, and all the women went out after her with timbrels, with kabrah, thunder bass drums, and with dances. Wa tikach Miriam. And Miriam took Vatikach Miriam Ha-Neviah Chota Herona Eta Hatof Yadaha Vatetzena Kol Ha-Nashim Achereha Betupim Uavimocholota. And Miriam, the prophetess, the sister of Aaron, Miriam took Vatikach Miriam ha-Neviah, and Miriam the prophetess took Vatikach Miriam ha-Neviah, Chota Aharon, the sister of Aaron, Eta Hatof, took a timbrel, Eta Hatofa, Yadaha, in her yad, in her hand, Yadaha, Watetzena Kol Ha-Nashim. And all the women went out. Achereha, after her, Betupim, with timbrels, Vimocholot, and with dances, Bimocholot, and with Mocholot, and with dances. And Miriam answered them, sing y'all la Yahweh to Jehovah, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea. Wata'ana lahema Miriam shiru la Yahweh, and Miriam sang to them a song. Wata'ana lahema Miriam shiru la Yahweh. Kia gao agaha susa we rokvo ramabayam. Sing y'all to Yahweh, to Jehovah. Shiru la Yahweh. Sing to Jehovah. Shiru la Yahweh. Kia gao agaha. For he is highly exalted. Kia gao gaha. For he is highly exalted. Sus, the horse, with Rokvo, and his rider, Ramavayam, hath he thrown into the sea. Ramabayam, hath he thrown into the sea. Redemption. Third item, experience. The fifth stage of the journey. Verse 22. So Moses brought Yisrael from the Yam Suf, from the Eterabahir, from the Red Sea, the Sea of Reeds, the Eritrean Sea. And they went out into the Midbar, the wilderness of Shur. And they went 3 days in the Midbar, in the wilderness, and found no water. Redemption. Third item, experience. The sixth stage of the journey, the sixth stage of the trod. How bitter becomes sweet. Verse 23. And when they came to Marah, They could not drink of the waters of Mara, for they bitter. Therefore the name of it was called Mara. And Ha'am and the people murmured against Moshe, against Moses, saying, what shall we drink? And he cried to Yahweh, to Jehovah, and Jehovah shewed him a tree. When he had cast into the waters were made sweet. There he made for them a statute and an ordinance, and they are. He proved them, and said, if thou wilt diligently hearken to the voice of Yahweh, Eloheka, the I Elohim, true good, true God, and wilt do that which is right in his sight, and will give ear to his commandments, and keep his statutes, I will put no one of these diseases upon thee, which I have brought upon the Mitzrayim, upon the Egyptians. Ki ani Yehovah, Rofeka, for I be he who he be, that healeth thee. Ki ani Yehovah, Rofeka. And the people murmured. Why yelonu ha'am? Vayilonu ha'am. And the people murmured al Moshe, against Moses, Lemor, saying, Ma nishteh, what shall we drink? Ma nishteh, what shall we drink? Why yitz'aka Yehovah? And he cried to Jehovah. Vayitz'aka Yehovah. And he cried to Jehovah. Vayitz'aka Yehovah. Vayayorehu Yehovah 8. And Jehovah, Yod-Heh, Yahweh, showed him a tree. Vayayorehu Yehovah 8. Vayashlek illa hamayim. Vayimatekoa hamayim. Sham samlo choka ua mishpota we shama nisahu. And he cast it into the water. Wayashlek illa hamayim. And the waters were made sweet. There he made for them Sham Lau Chok. There he made for him Sham Lau Chok. There he made for them a chok. There he made for them a statute. Ua mishpot, and an ordinance or judgment. U mishpot. With Sham Nisahu, and there he proved them. V'Shama Nisahu, and there he proved them. And he said, Wayomer, and he said, Im Shamoah Tishma'a L'Kol Yehovah. If thou wilt diligently hearken and hearing to the voice of Yahweh, Eloheka. Vayomer im shamoa tishma'a likol Yahweh Eloheka we ha yashar de ayanayo ta isse we ha ezaneta le mitzaotayo we shamarta kola chukayo kola ha machela ashera samti v'mitzrayim lo asim aleka ki ani Yehovah rofeka. And he said, if thou wilt diligently hearken to the voice of Yahweh, of Jehovah, the I Elohim, true good, true God, and will do that which is right in his eyes, and will give ear to his commandments, and keep all his statutes. I will put no one of the diseases upon thee, which I have put upon the Mitzrayim. Ki ani Yehovah, for I be Jehovah. Ki ani Yehovah, for I be he who be, Rof Eka, that he lifts thee, I.
Like Moses strikes the rock, one sovereign's not just God. The stone and panel pots on the feet from mountaintops. North the rain to dry the rain. I give life to I the same. Desert God and Jah resides. Listen from the end of my take the flow and you will grow. Only feel if you really know. Meditation, feed yourself. As it's all like bird make nest. So man is scattered like ashes. Angel bread keep I strong fed. Where the cry of foul and flesh. Eat the dead and become death. This goes for sight and goes for bread. Not just for fall to the ground. Eat your words and crave no sound. King system basic bound. Vitality is in his verse. Ordinances I observe. Thanks and praises he deserves. Like a book he reads your nerves. Consecrated Nazarite. Feeding power like a tree sunlight. Oh, take a breath, the rope was tight. Oh, we got a fire out beyond the trod. There they defy the army of the living God. Jah clear the road, Jah takes my load. Jah lights the streets at night and he takes us home. Like Moses strike the rock, rush down rest and not just drop. Hit the stone and channel pop. Want to feel from mountain top. No terrain too dry to rain. Jah bring life to hide the same. There's a God and Jah resides, rushing from the inner mind. Drink the flow and you will grow. Only feel if you really know. Meditate and feed yourself and gather thought like birds make nests. Man is scattered like ashes. Angel bread keep I strong fed. Where the cry of foul and flesh. Eat the dead and become dead. It goes for sight and breath. Not just for fall to the ground. Eat Jah words, no bad down crave. King system got a basic pound. Vitality of birds. Ordinances I observe. Thanks and praises he deserves. Like a book, he reads your nerves. Consecrated Nazarite. Eating power like sunlight. Take off chain and soul is light. Keep a breath, that rope is tight. Oh, we got the fire from beyond the trod. There they defied the army of the living God. Jah clear the road. Jah holds my load. Jah lights the streets at night and he has take her home.
በቀዳማዊ
The whole praise is due forever.
You name Jagat and is a rebel among men. He didn't know like the name. Yes, and you name Jagat and is a rebel among men. He didn't know like the name. For when I call him Rastafari, watch how we can tremble. He didn't know like the name. For when I call him Rastafari, watch how we can tremble. He didn't know like the name. I and I are the black Jews And Israel king is Israel God. And upon the crucifixion tree there, where Jesus Christ is crucified, you see I-N-R-I, I-Negos, I-Negos, I-Negos.
Ethiopia shall soon stretch out her hands unto God. Sing unto God, ye kingdoms of the earth. Oh, sing praises unto the Lord. Selah.
That's right.
Book of the Prophets, Jeremiah 46, verses 13 to 46:28. That's in my Abba, let my Fasakadu Sahadu Amlak. The word that Yahweh Baruch spake to Jeremiah the prophet, the Nabi, how Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, should come and smite the land of Egypt. Declare ye in Egypt, and publish in Migdal, and publish in North, and in Tapanes. Say ye, stand fast to prepare thee, for the sword shall devour round about thee. Why are thy violent men swept away? They stood not because Yahweh did drive them. He made many to fall, yea, one fell upon another. And they said, arise and let us go again to our own people, and to the land of our nativity from the oppressing sword. They cried there, Pharaoh, king of Egypt, is but a noise. He hath passed the time appointed. As I live, saith the king, the Negus, whose name is Yahweh of hosts, Yahweh Zabaoth Buruku. Surely as Tabor is among the mountains, the Tararuch, and as Carmel by the sea, so shall he come. O thou daughter dwelling in Egypt, furnish thyself to go into captivity, for North shall be waste and desolate without an inhabitant. Egypt is like a very fair heifer, but destruction cometh. It cometh out of the north. Also her hired men are in the midst of her like fatted bullocks. For they also are turned back, and are fled away together. They did not stand, because the day of the calamity was come upon them, and the time of their visitation. The voice thereof shall go like a serpent, for they shall march with an army, and come against her with axes as hewers of wood. They shall cut down her force, saith Yahweh Buruku, blessed be he, though it cannot be searched, because they are more than the grasshoppers, and are innumerable. The daughter of Egypt shall be confounded. She shall be delivered into the hand of the people of the north. Yahweh Zabaoth Buruku, Ha-Elohim Zayisrael, saith, behold, I will punish the multitude of Noah and Pharaoh and Egypt with their Elohim and their kings, even Pharaoh and all them that trust in him. And I will deliver them into the hand of those that seek their lives, and into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, and into the hand of his servants, and afterward it shall be inhabited, as in the days of old, saith Yahweh Buruku. But fear not, thou, O my servant Jacob, and be not dismayed, O Israel. For behold, I will save thee from afar off, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return and be in rest, and at ease, and none shall make him afraid. Fear thou not, O Jacob, my servant, saith Yahweh Buruku, for I am with thee. For I will make a full end of all the nations where I have driven thee, but I will not make a full end of thee, but correct thee in measure. Yet will I not leave thee wholly unpunished. Amen. Kebolet Kwalu, Kebolet Dimsu, Kebolet Hailu, Kebolet Ketamawi Haile Selassie, Jah Rastafari, Yeshua Shalom.
For her sins have reached unto heaven, that ye be not partakers of her sins. Come out of her, my people, Come out of her, my people. Come out of her, my people, my people, my people.
That's right.
The Brit Chadasha Chadis Kidan Renewed Covenant reading for RSS number 15. Bo, enter, go in. From the Gospel of Luke, chapter 22, verse 7 through 30. And the first epistle to the Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 20 through 34. We begin B'Shem Ha'ab Ve'Habein Ve'Ruach HaKadosh Yahweh Ahad. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, he who he be, the one. Luke, chapter 22. Preparation of the Passover. Verse 7, Zain. Verse 8, Chet. Verse 9, Tate. Verse 10, Yod. Verse 11, Yod Aleph. Vayavo Yom HaMatzot Asher Yizbach Bo HaPesach Vayishlach et Petros ve'et Yochanan lemor leku ve'hakinu lanu et HaPesach ve'nokela vayomru elayu eispo tachpotz ve'nakin oto vayomer aleihem Hine atem baim ha'ira upaka etkem ish nosei tafachat ma'im leku acharayu el habeit asher yabo bo wa amartem el baal habeit ko amar laka harab ay hamalun asher okla sham et ha'pesach Im Talmidai. Then came the day of unleavened bread, when the Passover must be killed. And he sent Peter and John, saying, Go and prepare us the Passover, that we may eat. And they said to him, Where wilt thou that we prepare? And he said to them, Behold, when ye are entered into the city, there shall a man meet you, bearing a pitcher of water. Follow him into the house where he entereth in. And ye shall say to the good man of the house, The master saith to thee, Where is thy guest chamber, where I shall eat the Passover with my disciples? And he shall shew you a large upper room furnished. There, make ready. And they went and found as he had said to them, and they made ready the Passover. The Lord's Passover, Adonai's Passover. And when the hour was come, he sat down, and the 12 apostles with him. And he said to them, With desire, I have desired to eat this Passover with you before I suffer. For I say to you, I will not any more eat thereof until it be fulfilled in the kingdom of Elohim. And he took the cup and gave thanks, and said, Take this and divide it among yourselves. For I say to you, I will not drink of the fruit of the vine until the kingdom of Elohim shall come. The Lord's Supper instituted. And he took bread and gave thanks, and brake it, and gave to them, saying, This is my body that is given for you. This do in remembrance of me. Likewise also the cup after supper, saying, This cup is the New Testament in my blood that is shed for you. Yeshua, Jesus announces his betrayal. But behold, the hand of him that betrayeth me is with me on the table. And truly the Son of Man goeth, as it was determined. But woe to that man by whom he is betrayed. And they began to inquire among themselves, which of them it was that should do this thing. The strife, which should be greatest? And there was also a strife among them, which of them should be accounted the greatest. And he said to them, the kings of the Gentiles exercise lordship over them, and they that exercise authority upon them are called benefactors. But he shall not be so. But he that is greatest among you, let him be as the younger, and he that is chief as he that does serve. For whether is greater, he that sitteth at meat, or he that serveth? Is not he that sitteth at meat? But I am among you, as he that serveth. The apostles' place in the future kingdom. Ye are they that have continued with me in my temptations, and I appoint to you a kingdom, as my Father has appointed to me, that ye may eat and drink at my table in my kingdom, and sit on thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. 1 Corinthians chapter 11. Disorders at Adonai's table rebuked. Verse 20, Kaf. Verse 21, Kaf Aleph. Verse 22, Kaf Beit. Wata kasher te'asfu yachad ein ze le'akol seudato shel ha'adon ki kol echad makdim lakachat seudato b'shat ha'akila וזה ירב, וזה ישתכר. הקי אין לכם בתים לאכול וזיסטות, או התבוזו את קהל אלוהים, ותביישו את מי שאין לו. מה אומר לכם העל זאת? אשבח אתכם, איננו משבח. When ye are come together, therefore, into one place, this is not to eat Ha'adon's supper. This is not to eat the Lord's supper. For in eating, everyone taketh before other his own supper, and one is hungry, and another is drunken. What? Have ye not houses to eat and drink in? Or despise ye the church of Elohim, and shame them that have not? What shall I say to you? Shall I praise you in this? I praise you not. The order and meaning of Ha'adon's table. The order and meaning of the Lord's table. For I have received of Ha'adon that which also I delivered to you, that Ha'adon Yeshua, that the Lord Jesus, the same night in that he was betrayed, took bread, and when he had given thanks, he brake it, and said, Take, eat. This is my body that is broken for you. This do in remembrance of me. After the same manner also, he took the cup when he had supped, saying, This cup is the New Testament in my blood. This do ye as oft as ye drink it in remembrance of me. For as often as ye eat this bread and drink this cup, ye do shew Ha'adon's death, do shew the Lord's death till he come. Wherefore, whosoever shall eat this bread and drink this cup of Ha'adon unworthily shall be guilty of the body and the blood of Ha'adon. But let a man examine himself, and so let him eat of that bread and drink of that cup. For he that eateth and drinketh unworthily eateth and drinketh damnation to himself, not discerning Ha'adon's body. For this cause many are weak and sickly among you, and many sleep. For if we would judge ourselves, we should not be judged. But when we are judged, we are chastened of Ha'adon, that we should not be condemned with the world. Wherefore, my brethren, when ye come together to eat, tarry one for another. And if any man hunger, let him eat at home, that ye come not together to condemnation, and the rest will I set in order when I come. Kabar l'kalu, kabar l'dimtu, kabar l'chaylu. Kabarula Kedamawi, Haile Selassie, Be Jesus Christos Sim. Glory to word, glory to sound, glory to power. Glory to Abinu Melkenu, our Father, our King, the first power of the Trinity, in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ. Yes, I, Rastafari.
today's daily psalm. We have
Psalm 127. Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh, but in vain, waketh, but in vain, but in vain, but in vain. Psalm 127. Except the Lord build the house, build the house, build the house, build the house, build the house. Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman, but a 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 watchman. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh, but in waketh, but in waketh, but in waketh, but in waketh. It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrows, for so he giveth his beloved sleep. It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrows, the bread of sorrows, the bread of sorrows. It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrows, for so he giveth his beloved sleep. Sleep. Lo, children are an heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. As arrows are in the hand of a mighty man, so are children of the youth. Happy is the man that hath his quiver full of them. They shall not be ashamed, shall not be ashamed, shall speak with the enemies, with the enemies in the gate, 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 in the gate.
Your love is
Psalm 127. Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh, but in waketh, but in waketh, but in waketh, but in waketh. Psalm 127. Except the Lord build the Lord build the house, build the house, build the house, build the house. Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman, but a 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 watchman. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh, but in waketh, but in waketh, but in waketh, but in waketh. It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrows, for so he giveth his beloved sleep. It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrows, the bread of sorrow, the bread of sorrow. It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrows, for so he giveth his beloved sleep. Lo, children are an heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. As arrows are in the hand of a mighty man, so are children of the youth. Happy is the man that hath his quiver full of them. They shall not be ashamed, shall not be ashamed, shall not with the enemies, with the enemies, in the gate, 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 in the gate.
מזמור קכ"ז, שיר המעלות לשלמה. אם אדוני לא יבנה בית, שב עמלו בוניו בו. אם אדוני לא ישמור עיר, שב שקד שומר. שב לכם משכימכם מאחרי שבט, אוכלי לחם העצבים, כן ייתן לדידו שינה. הנה נחלת אדוני בנים, שכר פרי הבטן, וחיצים ביד גיבור, כן בני המעורים. אשרי הגבר אשר מילא את אשפתו מהם, לא יבושו, כי ידברו את אויבים בשער.
Psalm 127. Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh, but in waketh, but in waketh, but in waketh, but in waketh. Psalm 127. Except the Lord build the house, build the house, build the house, build the house, build the house. Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman, but a 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 watchman. Except the Lord keep the
Rastafari, Abagada, Awazat, Taya, Kalamana, Saipatada, Warashata.
Mizmor Kof Kaf Zain. Mizmor Kof Kaf Zain. Psalm 127. Psalm CXXVII. Mizmor Kof Kaf Zain. Shir Hama'elota Lishlomo. A song of ascent, a song of degrees. Shir Hama'elot Lishlomo of Solomon. Lishlomo. Shir Hama'elota Lishlomo. Im Yahuwah lo yivne bayit shau amlu avonayo bo. Im Yahuwah lo yishmar ir shau shakada shomer. Except Jehovah build the house. Im Yahuwah lo yivne bayit. Except Jehovah build a house. Im Yahuwah lo yivne bayit. Shau amulua bonayo bo. They labor in vain that build it. Shau amulu bonayo bo. Im Yahuwah lo yishmar ir. Except Jehovah keep the city. Im Yahuwah lo yishmar ir. Shau shakad shomer.
The watchman waketh, but in vain. Shao shakar shomer. Shao lachema mashkimei kuma me achre shaveta oklea lachema ha itzavi. Came yitena ledidoshena. It is vain for you that y'all rise early. Shao lachema mashkimei kum. And sit up late me achre shaveta. Ye y'all that eat the bread of toil oklea lachema ha itzavi. So he giveth, Cain yitain, to his beloved, Ledido, in sleep, Shena. Cain yitaina Ledido Shena. Hine nachalata Yahuwah bani, Sakar pri Yahabaten. Lo, look, Hine nachalata, heritage Yahuwah of Jehovah banim. Lo, children are a heritage of Jehovah. Hine nachalata Yahuwah banim. Sakar pri habaten. The fruit of the womb is a reward. Sakar, reward, pri, fruit, habaten, of the womb. Sakar pri habaten. Kachitzima biyad gibor. Kaina b'nei hanna orim. As arrows in the hand of a mighty man. Kachitzim, as arrows. Kachitzim biyad gibor. In the yad, the hand of the gibor. In the hand of a mighty man. Cain, so b'nei hanna orim. So are the children of one's youth. K'chitzima b'yad gibor. Cain b'nei hanna ori. Ashrei hagavar asher mileh. Eta ashapatoa mehem. Lo yevoshu. Kiya yidavru eto evima basha'ar. Happy Ashrei is the man. Ashrei hagavar. Happy is the giver, is the man. Ashrei hagavar. Asher mileh. That is full, that have his quiver full of them. Ashrei hagavar asher mileh eta ashapatoa mehem. They shall not be put to shame. Lo yevoshu. When they speak, ki yidaberu. Ki yidaberu. When they speak, ki yidaberu eto evim basha'ar. When they speak with their enemies, eto evim, in the gate basha'ar. Mizmor kof kaf zain. Shir hama'elota lishlomo. Ima Yehovah loa yivne bayita. Shau amolua banayo bo. Im Yehovah loa yishmar ir. Shau shakada shomer. Shau lachema mashakime kuma. Me achre shabeta. Okle lachema ha'itzavi. Ken yitain lidido shena. Hine nachalata Yahuwah banim. Sakar priha baten. Kchitzim biyad gibor. Kaina b'nei hanna ori. Ashrei hagavar. Asher mileh. Eta ashapatoa mehem. Lo yevoshu. Ki yidabru eto ebim basha'ar. 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 Basha'ar.
Here. Basic Hebrew. Here. Baby Hebrew. Shema Yisrael. 1 to 22. Abba gadaha wazachata yakalama nasa pa sakara shata. Again. Basic Hebrew. Baby Hebrew. 1 to 22. 22. Abba gadaha wazachata yakalama nasa pa sakara shata. Ta aleph, ba beit, ga gimel, da dalet, ha hey, wa wow, za zain, cha chet, ta tet, ya yod, ka kaf, la lamed, ma bein, na nun, sa samech, a ain, pa pei, sa sadai, ka kof, ra resh, sha shin, ta tau. Abagadaha wazachata yakalamana saapatsa karasha ta.
For with stammering lips and another tongue, for with stammering lips and another tongue, For with stammering lips and stammering lips and stammering lips to this For with stammering lips and another tongue and another tongue to this
Were and are to endure. Shalom, Chavarim, shalom. Today's daily psalm. Psalm Kof, Kaf, Zain. Kof, Chaf, some say Chaf. Kof, Kaf, Zain. Psalm 127. Psalm CXXVII. Theme Elohim's help. Elohim's help essential. A generally accepted view is that the psalm, today's daily psalm, Mizmor Kof Kaf Zain, it consists of two independent fragments, but a connection of thought is not far to seek and find. Although its teaching, the teaching of today's daily psalm, the Kof Kaf Zain Mizmor, Psalm 127, is general. Much point is added if it mirrors the conditions in the age and the time of Nehemiah. It was a period of reconstruction, of rebuilding, even regathering. Houses were being rebuilt, measures taken for guarding the cities. Much labor was being expended in various directions. But human planning and effort need to be supplemented, and even we would say even strengthened and undergirded Elohim, by Elohim and his baraka, by Elohim, by Jah's blessing, if they were and are to endure. In addition to these tasks of rebuilding, the country had to have a much larger population. This is another theme of today's daily psalm, Mizmor Kof Kaf Zain. In addition to these tasks of rebuilding, the country, the promised land, the country had and must have a much larger population if the future was to be assured. Now, in this respect, too, Jah's favor, Exavia, the sustainer, the good, the excellent Ha Elohim, the true good, the true God's favor was and is indispensable, since offspring is a gift. Children are a gift. Offspring is a gift from him, from he who he is, divine majesty, HaKadosh, Baruch Hashem. Today's daily psalm, according to the royal order of Ethiopian Hebrews, Mizmor Kof Kaf Zain, Shir Hamaelot, Li Shlomo, of Solomon, for Solomon. Now, there's the two main parts of today's daily psalm. Before we ride up, we have the first two verses. Now, note this, that the superscription identifies this as an ascension song, a song of degrees. Hama'elot, the aliyah, the elot, a shir of going up, even of repatriating, returning to the promised land. Shir hama'elot. Li Shlomo, of Solomon. The first section opening here, verses 1 and 2, man's work is futile, is vain, without Elohim. Man's work is vain, and it's even done in vain without Elohim, without Jah's guidance and his protection. So here we have the first two opening verses right here that speak to man's work, futile without Elohim. And then we have verses 3 to 5, the baraka, the blessing, the barakat of children, the barakat, the blessing of children. And in the Hebrew, the Hebraic context, the fact that children are a gift. It says that children are a gift. Right? Translated as children are heritage. Children are the given of he who he be is divine majesty. So we have today's daily psalm, Shir HaMe'elot, Li Shlomo. Ima Yehovah lo yivneh bayit. Lo yivneh bayit. Song of ascents of Solomon, except he who he be builds a house. Ima Yehovah lo yivneh. Lo yivneh bayit. Lo yivneh vayit. Lo yivneh bayit. Except he bana, yibneh bayit. If he does not, all right, if he does not build the house, shaw, or shav, some would say, shav, amalu, bo neo bow. If he does not, then they labor. Those who labor, right? Those who labor will labor in vain. If he does not, im Yehovah lo yibneh bayit, shaw or shava amlu bo nayo bow, im Yehovah lo yishmara ir, shava shakad shomer. Except he who be, keep the city. Except he guard the city. Except he keep the city. The watchman waketh but in vain. The watchman waketh but in vain. So here we have this first verse, the foundational verse here. After the superscription, the Shir HaMe'elot. Lishlomo. Im Yehovah lo yibneh bayit, shawa amlua bonayo bow. Im Yehovah lo yishmar ir, shawa shakad shomer. Shawa. We pointed at shaw. Some of the Yehudi pointed at shav. Say shav, vain, shav. More properly, shav. All right, shav, vain, shava, lakem, masha, kimei, kum. It is vain for you to rise up early. Me, ahare, shevet. Okle lachem ha es avim, kena yitena lidido shena, ken yitain, for so he giveth lidido, le yedido, for his beloved, le for yedido, lidido Shena, he giveth his beloved sleep. It is vain for you that ye all rise early. Shava lakem. It is vain for your shav lakem. Masha kimei kum, that you rise up early. Me acharei shevet. We have that you sit up late. Okalei alechem ha it's avim. Kena yitena lidido shena. This psalm, Judaically, with the superscription of Solomon, Li Shlomo. The Judaic commentators do not understand this as indicating his authorship of the psalm. They take it to mean that this is concerning, Judaically, Hebraically speaking, Li Shlomo, concerning Solomon, as the builder of the Beit HaMikdash, the Heikal, the temple, and the interpretation of the house, when they're speaking about the house, except he who be, build the house. Imi hoa lo yivneh bayit. Imi hoa, except Jehovah, Yahweh, except he who be, except Adonai. If, see, the thing is, if, the translator is except, is if he who be, Im Yehovah, if im Yahweh, lo yivneh bayit, the house, the bayit, the bait, the bayit, the house as a sanctuary. This is probably responsible for the addition, they say, of the words in the title. Now, in the Royal Hark, and also when we look at the Septuagint, if we just go over the Septuagint right here, as well, the Li Shlomo part,
is strictly the Judaic, Hebraic. So just take note right there. But what we have here is an ode of the steps, an ode of going up, even in the sense of returning to the land, the Aliyah, the Shir HaMa'ilot, the Aliyah, Hama'ilot, Lish Lomo, of Solomon, except he who be, build the Bayit. Some interpret it as not just a house, but except he build a house, the principle. Except he build a house. Im Yehovah lo yibneh bayit. Not just the house, but a house. There is no definite article in the Hebrew right here. It doesn't say habayit. It says bayit. The bayit or the bait. We would say the bait, bayit contracted as bait, tightened up as bait. So in the archaic, the old, bayit. Contracted, tighten up, bait. So imi hoa lo yibneh bait. It is better to give the word a general connotation unless he build anything, unless he build any structure, unless he build any house. What is a house? Unless he build a house. They that labor in vain. Shawa amalu. Bonayo bo. They labor, they weary themselves. The Hebrew verb means to toil until one is tired. Amalu, shava amalu. Bonayo bo. They labor, they wear themselves out. Imi hoa, except, or if he who be, Imi hoa, except Yehovah, Imi Yehovah, except he who be. Unless if he who be lo does not yishmar lo yishmar lo not yishmar, to guard, to hedge about, to protect, the ear here as ear, the city, the earu lo yishmar shawa shakada shomer, except the city, there being no definite article. So we have, unless he guard any city, any conscience, any city, right? Waketh. It says the watchman waketh. In other words, he keepeth watch. He waketh, keepeth watch in vain. This is a groundational here in these first two verses. Just look at these first two verses. The second part is the baraka, the blessing of children. The blessing of children. Children are an heritage, is a translation here. A heritage, a reward, a gift, that which is given of the sustainer of the goods, the generous of he who he be. Shaulakem, mashakimeya kum, me'achreya shevet, okaleya lechem, it's arim, Kena yitena lidido ashena. It is vain for you that y'all rise early and sit up late, y'all that eat the bread of toil. See, the bread of what? The bread of toil, the lechem. It's arim. The lechem, it's arim. It's interesting here, the food that's gained by the hard work, rising up early and sitting up late, these going together. After referring to the fact that Jah's help, that he who be's help, guidance, protection is essential in civic affairs. The psalmist and I here holds that the same truth applies to the affairs of the individual, the individual, indivisible dual, the citizens. Even the most industrious who begin their day's toil early in the morning and continue it into the late evening, labor in vain without his aid, without his guidance and protection. The bread of toil, the food gained by hard work, the lechem ha'itzavim. So he giveth, kain yitain, lidido shena. So he giveth, kain yitain. Possibly the kain, some say, does not so much signify so, but what is right, what is suitable, kain, in that context of the kain. Not kain in the Hebraic sense of so, like therefore so, but in the sense of what is right, what is appropriate, what is suitable, kain yitain. So the translation was, what is due, he giveth. What is right, what is proper, he giveth. Kain yitain, lidido shena. Now the teaching here, give us the teaching of his divine majesty, he who be, we be, is that Ha-Elohim, the true good, the true God, that Jah provides for those who gain his favor even when they are not engaged in their work. They still get favor and grace because Cain Yitain, what is due, what is right, what is suitable, Yitain, Cain Yitain, as during the time of sleep or rest. Not that they may be idle, not speaking about idleness, but they are freed from the anxiety. This is the key. The freeness from the anxiety. They will not lack. See, there's an anxiety that comes, right? And they are freed from the anxiety. They will not lack the necessities of life because Cain Yitain, what is right, what is suitable, what's appropriate, Yitain, Lidido, Li Yedido, for his beloved, Lidido, Shena, rest for his beloved. Lo, look. Children, all right? Children are in heritage. Now here we come into the next section of today's daily song. This section right here, verses 3 to 5, is the baraka, the blessing of children. It says, Hine, nachalata yawa, banim, sakara, perei, ha-baten. Behold, sons. More in the direct Hebraic context here. Hine, nachalat Yahuwah, banim or banim. Point here as banim, some point as banim. We say banim here. It says sakar pri, habiten. Sakar, or some say sachar pri, farei, fruit. The fruit, the reward, the result. Children are a nachalat. It says in the Hebrew, nachalat. Ancient nachalat, a heritage, nachalat. And that children are a gift. Bamarinya, the royal Hall gives sitota, that which is given, a gift bestowed by the grace of Egaziah, sustaining the goods, X and Ab, is a characteristic teaching of the scripture of Jah Bible. Now let's note the word here. It says not blessing, but that they are a heritage, that they are that given, the gift, that which is given. Hence the statement, and Elohim healeth Abimelech and his wife and his maidservants, and they bore children. Ki Yahweh, for he who be had fast closed up all the wombs of the house of Abimelech. We have in Genesis 20 and 17. And the retort of Yaakov, remember Jacob, am I in Elohim's stead? Who hath withheld from thee, I, the fruit of the womb, the fruit of the matrix, to Rachel, to Rachel's complaint? Give me children, or else I die, in Genesis 30 and 1. Now, the Rambam, the Rebbeinu, the rabbis declare that a child has three parents. Right? The ancient sages declare that a child has three parents. Count them. They have Exavier, the sustainer, Yahweh, he who be. They have Ha-Elohim in addition to father and mother. Children, Hine, Nachalata, Yahuwah, Banim, Sakara, Pri, Yahabaten. Children, Banim. The Hebrew term can denote sons, usually directly sons, or in a general interpretive sense, children, but more specifically, sons. In view of the comparison with arrows, in the next verse, the intention is doubtless sons in this context, the banim, who alone could and would and are called upon to defend their father. But the parallelism, fruit of the womb. We have the fruit of the womb. Sakara pri habaten. Pri, fruit, habaten, the fruit of the womb. This also indicates that daughters are not excluded, since the phrase must mean, in its totality, children. Now we have this word of reward. Reward here, we have Psalm CXXVIII and 4. We have Psalm 128 and 4. Behold, surely thus shall the man be blessed. Note that. Shall the man be blessed by he who be. The children are that heritage. Children are that gift, which Jah has given for that man to be barakat or blessed in this context here. So we have reward, that connection of the reward. But here in verse 4, the Dalet verse, Ka-chitzim, like arrows, Ka-chitzim, like arrows, biyad gibor, biyad gibor, in the hands of a warrior, in the hands of a mighty man. Arrows, as arrows in the hand of a mighty man. Biyad gibor. Ka-chitzim, biyad gibor. Kain b'nei ha-ne'orim. Ha-ne'orim. So are the sons. Kain b'nei ha-ne'orim. The sons of the youth. Right? The sons of the youth, or the youths. All right, the sons of the youths. Interesting, the context here, but it says, as arrows. Ka-chitzim, the chitzim. Ka-chitzim, like arrows, as a protection against attackers. A mighty man in the hand, biyad gibor. The gibor is the warrior. The gibor, Hebraically, is the mighty man. So are children of one's youth. Cain, b'nei ha-ne'orim, or the sons of the young ones. It says, Cain b'nei ha-ne'orim. So there's one reading as in that sense, but using the translative sense as a singular. But here we have the context and the idea of children of one's youth, or children of the youth, born while the father was still young, so that when grown to manhood, they are able to safeguard his interest in his old age. And here, the fifth verse, the fulfillment verse right here. Here, the hey verse. Ashrei hagever, ashrei, happy, hagever, happy is the gever, happy is the man. Here using the term man. So when we say in Hebrew, one says man in translation, we say, well, what kind of man? What's the context? Here we have the hagever, the geber. Right, there we had in the previous verse the Gibor, the mighty man, the warrior. Here we have Ashrei, happy. Ashrei, the happiness of the Gever. Ashrei ha-Gever, Asher, Mileya eta, Ashpato, Mayhem, lo, Yevoshu, lo, Yevoshu. Happy is the man that hath his quiver full of them. They shall not be put to shame. They shall not be put to shame. Lo yevoshu. Lo yeboshu. It will not be abashed. It will not be put to shame. Ki yedavru. Ki yedavru. Eta oivim. Ba sha'ar. In the sha'ar, in the gates. When they speak with their enemies, or really with the enemies, in the context here, the oivim. It says, Ki yedavru et oivim ba'sha'ar, in the gates. His quiver, and has his quiver. Continuing the simile of children as arrows, as the chitzim. They shall not, vis-a-vis the fathers who have many grown-up sons, the context here. The plural may also indicate the father being surrounded by his sons, or even in the context of the teacher by the students, contextually speaking, as we are sons, even through Yeshua, Hanotri, Ainai. Adonai, yes, I, Rastafari. So speak with their enemies. Defend the cause in a matter under disputes. When justice was not impartially administered, the presence of those stalwart sons by the side of their father, even Ainai, by the side of Ainai, Abba, and father, to uphold his interests, would impress the judges in the gate. Here we have also more on this in Psalm 69 and 13. Lawsuits were heard there. We have this from Deuteronomy 21 and 19. Now, it's less probable in the interest and in interpretation that actual warfare in this sense is intended. It's less probable in the interpretation that warfare actual is intended. Although the word gates is employed also, be it noted, in such connection. We have Genesis 22 and 17, Chabarim, today's daily psalm, according to the royal order of the Ethiopian Hebrews. Here after the order of Malachi, Tzedek, Mizmor, Kof, Kaf, Zain, Psalm 127. Ashrei hagavar asher milei eta ashapato meyahem lo yevoshu kia yedavru eta oivim bashar.
His foundation is in the whole of mountains. Jehovah's the gates of Zion more than all the dwellings of Jacob. Glorious things have been spoken of the O city of God. I'll make mention to Rahab and Babylon to them that know I. With the old Philistine Tyre, with Ethiopia, it shall be said that this man was born there, and the highest himself shall establish the earth. Jah Rastafari.
My Hebrew boy, everything takes time.
מזמור קכ"ז, שיר המעלות לשלמה. אם אדוני לא יבנה בית, שב עמלו בוניו בו. אם אדוני לא ישמור עיר, שב שקד שומר. שב לכם משכימי קום מאחרי שבט, אוכלי לחם העצבים, כן ייתן לדידו שינה. הנה נחלת אדוני בנים, שכר פרי הבטן, וחיצים ביד גיבור, בין בני הנעורים. אשרי הגבר אשר מילא את אשפתו מהם, לא יבושו, כי ידברו את אויבים בשער.
Psalm 127. Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waiteth, but in vain. Psalm 127. Except the Lord build the house, Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman, but in vain. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh, but in vain. It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrows, for so he giveth his beloved sleep. It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrows, It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrows, for so he giveth his beloved sleep. Lo, children are an heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. As arrows are in the hand of a mighty man, so are children of the youth. Happy is the man that hath his quiver full of them. They shall not be ashamed, shall speak with the enemies, in the gate.
מזמור קכ"ז, שיר המעלות לשלמה. אם אדוני לא יבנה בית, שב עמלו בוניו בו. אם אדוני לא ישמור עיר, שב שקד שומר. שב לכם משכימי קום מאחרי שבט, אוכלי לחם העצבים, כן ייתן לידידו שינה. הנה נחלת אדוני בנים, שכר פרי הבטן. כחיצים ביד גיבור, כן בני הנעורים. אשרי הגבר אשר מילא את אשפתו מהם, לא יבושו, כי ידברו את אויבים בשער, 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 בשער.
My Hebrew boy, every.
And here, Midrash, today's daily psalm, Mizmor Kof Kaf Zayin, Psalm 127. Here, Mizmor Kof Kaf Zayin, a song of ascents of Solomon. Except the Lord builds the house. And here, Midrash, today's daily psalm, Mizmor Kof Kaf Zayin, Psalm 127. And here, Midrash, today's daily psalm, Mizmor Kof Kaf Zayin, Psalm 127. Here, Mizmor Kof Kaf Zayin, a song of ascents of Solomon. Except the Lord builds a house, they labor in vain that build it. Here, first verse, Hebraically, Mizmor Kof Kaf Zayin. Here, the Alei first. Shir ha ma'elota lishlomo. Im Yahuwah lo yibne bayit shawa amlu bonayo ba'u. A song of ascents, Shir ha-ma'ilot, Shir ha-ma'alot, a song of going up of degrees, ha-ma'ilot, of the aliyah, of the ascent, ascension, song, a song of the ascension, Shir ha-ma'ilot, li shlomo, of Solomon, li shlomo, im Yahuwah, except if, he who be, except he who be, lo yibne bayit, except Jehovah builds a house. Im Yahuwah lo yibne bayit. They labor in vain. They labor in vain. Shav amlu, or some say shav amlu, shav vanity, show vanity, shav amlu, bonayo, banav bo. Bonayo, bo. Shao, amlu, bonayo, bo. They labor in vain, bonayo, bo. That build it, bonayo, bo. Shir ha-ma'ilota lishlomo. Im Yahuwah lo yibne bayit. Shao, amlu, bonayo, bo. Rav, Yehuda, Judah, Hanasi, Rav, Judah, the prince, sent Rav Chia, Rav Hosea, Rav Ami, to visit cities in the Eretz Yisrael, in the land of Israel, and to set up in them teachers of scripture and instructors of oral law. Dayin ba'al peh, oral law. Dayin ba'al peh, ba'al feh, oral law. Here, first Midrash note here, Rav Yehuda Hanasi, Rav Judah the prince, here, the grandson of Rav Yehuda, Rav Judah, who edited Ha-Mishnah, who edited the Mishnah, Ha-Mishnah, who edited the Mishnah. And here the Mishnah from Shana, which means like to reduplicate, the sense of even study right here, also implied as an authoritative collection of the exegetical material embodying the oral tribe of the Yehudi law, the Jewish law, and forming the first part of the teaching that is called Talmud. Operative word Talmud, give us the teaching, here. So we have Rav Yehuda, Hanasi sent Rav Chia, Rav Hosea, and Rav Ami, to visit cities in the Eretz Yisrael, the land of Israel, to set up in them teachers of scripture and instructors of oral law, instructors of the Dayin, Ba'al Peh. They came to one city in which they found no teacher of scripture and no instructor of the Dayin Ba'al Peh, of the oral law, the oral Torah. And they said to the people, fetch I and I, the chief watchman of the city. The people brought the watchman of the city to Ha-Rebanim, to the ancient scholars of scripture of Torah called the rabbis, Ha-Rebanim. And Ha-Rebanim, the rabbis, the teachers, the sages, the scholars of Torah, they said, are these the watchmen of the city? In truth, they are the destroyers of the city. Ha-Rebanim said, are these, the watchmen of the city? In truth, they are the destroyers of the city. And when the people ask the scholars of Torah, Ha-Rebanim, the rabbis, who then are the watchmen of the city? Ha-Rebanim, the rabbis, the scholars of Torah, answered, the watchmen of the city are the teachers of scripture and the instructors of the Dayin Ba'al Peh, of the oral, right, the oral law, the oral Torah, also known as the Torah She Ba'al Peh, the Torah that is upon the Peh, the mouth, the Torah She Ba'al Peh, the oral law, oral direction, instruction. Hence, here, it is written even in today's Mizmor Kof, Kaf, Zayin. Here, it is written, except Jehovah, Yahweh, keep the city. The watchman waketh, but in vain. Im Yahuwah lo yishmor ir shakad shomer. Im Yahuwah lo yishmor ir shakad shomer. Except he who be who he be. Im Yahuwah keep, guard, protect the city. Lo yishmar ir. Except he who be, we be, keep guard the city. Im Yahuwah lo yishmar ir. The watchman waketh, but in vain. Shakad shomer. The watchman waketh, but in vain. Here. It is vain for you that y'all rise early and sit up late. Ye y'all that eat the bread of toil, but he will surely give to those who banish sleep from themselves. Here, Hebraically today, Psalm Mizmor Kof Kaf Zayin, Psalm 127. Here, Hebraically here, the second verse here in the Midrash Tehillim is brought out in the translation as, it is vain for you that y'all rise early and sit up late, ye y'all that eat the bread of toil, but he will surely give to those who banish sleep from themselves. Shav lachem mashakimei yakum me'achrei shaveta ochlei lachem ha'atzari ken yitena ledito shena. Here, brought out as, it is vain for you that y'all rise early and sit up late, ye y'all that eat the bread of toil, so he giveth to his beloved, lidido, in sleep, shena, lidido shena, shawa lachem mashakimei yakum me'achrei shaveta oklei lachem ha'atzari ken yitena lidido shena. And here, in the Sefer Midrash Tehillim, here it says, when it says, it is vain for you. Here, where it says, it is vain for you. Shaw lachem, shav lachem, modern Hebrew, shav lachem, it is vain for you all. So the you here is speaking lachem, to you all. La for kem, for all of y'all. Shaw, vain. Modern Hebrew, we say shav, like vain, like fleeting, right? Nothingness, the sense, like we have the shava, here the shaw sense, or in the ancient pointing, show lachem, like a puff of air, like a vapor of nothingness, bringing out the sense of vanity in the translation. Shaw lachem, shav lachem, it is vain for you. So here the Midrash, you all, lachem, all of y'all who pursue worldly occupations. It is vain for you all who pursue worldly occupations. Here, Midrash where it reads, but he will surely give to those who banish sleep from themselves. Traditional translations usually are, so he giveth his beloved sleep. I think KJV brings out, so he giveth his beloved sleep. The Hebrew being brought out here, so he giveth to his beloved in sleep. But here in the Midrash, here in the note, here in the study, but he will surely give to those who banish who banish sleep from themselves. So here, Midrash, in the Yehudi versions, the other versions, to his beloved, Lidido, right? Yedido, his beloved. We have Shlomo, also the name of Shlomo, right? The name that he was given was Yedidiyahu. Now we have that from the root, even the Wadada, Yededa, Yedida, right? Wadada. So here we have to his beloved, right? Lidido, to his beloved, is treated here in the Midrash, the study of today's daily psalm, Mizmor Kof Kaf Zayin, is treated here as though it was derived from the root Nadad, in Nadad. So looking at the root right here. So here we have Yada, Dodi, to be loved, Dode, Wadada, right? Yadada, this root. But here, in bringing out an alternative root of Lidido, we have being derived from Nadad. And Nadad, Hebraically means to banish. So here, in looking at the word, and here in the study and in the reasoning, we can bring out the Hebraic sense right here. Cain, Yitain, Lidido, Sheina. Cain, Yitain, Lidido, Sheina. Some translators translate, so he giveth his beloved sleep, or he giveth to his beloved in sleep. But here in the study, he will surely give. He will give. Cain, Yitain, he will give to those who banish sleep from themselves. Cain, Yitain, Lidido, Sheina, sleep. He will give, he will surely give. Cain, surely, Cain, Yitain. He will surely give to those who banish sleep from themselves. Cain, Yitain, Lidido, Sheina. That is, and this is to say, he will surely give life in the Olam Haba, in the world to come, to scholars' wives, Nashib, who in this world, in this Olam, banish sleep for their husbands. Again, bringing out this interpretation from the Hebrew here of today's psalm, but he will surely give to those who banish sleep from themselves. Cain, Yitain, Lidido, Sheina. That is to say, he will surely give life and liberty in the Olam Haba, in the world to come, to scholars' wives, to the wives, Nashim of the Rebbanim, to the scholars' wives, the Talmudim's wives, who in this world, in this Olam, banish sleep for their husband's sake. Lo, look, children are an heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb, is his gift. Here, the Gamel verse right here. Hine nachlata Yahuwah bani, sakara pri ha baten. Lo, children are a heritage of Yahweh, Yahuwah, Jehovah. Hine. Look, see here it is. Hine, nachlat, heritage, nachlat, Yahuwah of Jehovah. Banim, here, sons. Here brings out the Hebraic sense, banim, of sons. Hine, nachlata Yahuwah, banim. Lo, look, here it is, behold, hine. Behold, children, sons, banim, are a heritage, nachlat Yahuwah, heritage of Jehovah. Sakar, pri, reward, here the sense reward, or also here in the Midrash, gift, right? The gift of the, right? The gift, fruit of the womb. The fruit of the womb is his gift. The fruit of the womb is a reward. Sakar pari habaten. Here. As things go among mortals, mortal men and people, a laborer must work for a householder. As things go among mortals, a laborer must work for a householder, must plow for him, or sow for him, or weed for him, or hoe for him. And only then does the householder give the laborer a coin or so, and let him go. But unlike the householder is he, by whose word, even he who be HaKadosh Baruch Hu Baruch Hashem, by whose word the Olam, the world, came into being. For a man need only long for children, for sons. A man need only long for sons, and Elohim, Elohim can give them to him. As is said, even right here, lo, look and see, children, sons are a heritage of Yahweh, of Jehovah. Hine nachlat Yahweh banim. A man need only long, right, for chokmah, for the Hebrew Sophia, for wisdom, and Elohim, the true God, the power, can give it to him, as is said even in the Mishlei, Shlomo, in the Proverbs of Solomon, Proverbs 2 and 6, for the Lord, for Yahweh, Yahweh Jehovah, giveth chokmah, giveth wisdom, giveth the Hebrew Sophia, giveth wisdom, he giveth her. Ki Yahweh yiten chokmah, for Yahweh Jehovah giveth wisdom, for he who be. Ki Yahweh yiten chokmah, for he who be yitain, giveth chokmah, giveth wiseness, giveth wisdom. Out of his mouth, here the full verse, here Proverbs, Mishlei Shlomo, Proverbs 2 and 6, here in the Mashal, for Yahweh Jehovah giveth chokmah, giveth wisdom. Out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding, knowledge and inner and overstanding. Mipio da'ata, ua tevuna, me from pio, his mouth, me pio, da'at, the data, the divine data, the true gnosis, the true knowledge, da'at, tevuna, and tevuna, and understanding and overstanding. Ki Yahuwah yitein chokmah, mi pio da'ata tevuna. A man need only long for riches, and Elohim, the power, the true God can give them to him. As is said even in First Chronicles chapter 29, verse 12, where it reads, both riches and honor come of thee, of the eye. Both riches and honor come of the eye. Weha-osher, weha-karoda, mi'elefanecha, we'ata moshela bakol, uva yadecha koacha, ua gevura, ua veyadecha legadel, ula chezek lakol. Here the fuller verse right here, First Chronicles chapter 29, verse 12, where it reads, both riches and honor of thee, of the eye, both riches and honor of the eye. We ha-osher, riches, the riches, ha-osher, we ha-osher, modern Hebrew, we ha-osher, we ha-osher, and the riches, we ha-kavod, mi lefanecha, me from le of fanecha, from thy presence, from thy face, from thy perception. We ha-osher, we ha-kavod, mi lefanecha. Riches, the riches, and the honor. We ha-osher, we ha-kabod, the kabod, and the honor. Riches and the honor of the eye. And thou, the eye, reignest over all. We ata, the eye male. We ata, moshel bakol. We ata, moshel bakol. And the eye, rulest, and you rule over all, you overrule all. We ata moshel bakol. And in thine hand power and might, and in thy hand, in thy yad, power and might. Or be yadika koach, power, koach. Or gevura, and might. Or be yadika koach, or gevura. And in thine hand, in thy yad it is, to make great. And in thine hand to make great. Or be yadika ligadel, and in thy yard to big up, in thy yard to make great. Or be yadika ligadel, and giveth strength to all, and giveth strength to all. Ula chazek alakol, and giveth strength to all. Weha osher, weha kabod, amilfaneka, wata moshella bakola, ube yadeka, koacha ugeburra, ube yadeka, ligadel, ula chazeka lakol,
Salomon Nimal, Arsu, Bethite, These are also the proverbs of Solomon, which the men of Hezekiah, king of Judah, copied out.
And here, Ray Matun to the theme in Psalm 127. The Watchman, Jah Watchman, here, I, Jaman Levi. Yes, I.
I receive when I shout out Rastafari. Everywhere I go home, killing to the world to know. I am the living watchman, giving account of every man's action. When mercy comes, or when judgment comes, when I shout out Rastafari, here is my Lord. Only they who know the glorious sound of my soul. True words sound like thunder to them who don't love Rastafari. In the place, bring forth lightning and showers of rain, even moving mountains. I am the watchman, giving account of everyone. I am the watchman. I hear weeping and wailing, and I know what's going on. I'll never be partial. I'm gonna take it hard to judge. I am the living watchman, making notes in my high tower. When questions asked, I must give an even answer. When I shout out Rastafari, heavy earth gets my load. Only they who know the glorious sound of my soul. True words sound like thunder to them who don't love Rastafari. In this naked, bring forth lightning and showers of rain, even moving
many are calling, no? Many are called, but few are choosing. Many are called, but few are choosing.
Well, let the righteous be glad. Let them rejoice before God.
Yes! Rastafari. Yes! Rastafari. Yes!
With Ethiopia. This man was born there. Babylon, to them that know me. Of Rahab and Babylon, Selah. I will make mention of Rahab and Babylon to them that know me. Behold, Philistia and Tyre with Ethiopia. This man was born there. Selah. Selah. I will make mention of Rahab and Babylon to them that know me. Behold, Philistia and Tyre with Ethiopia. This man was born there. Tyre with Ethiopia. This man was born there. With Ethiopia. This man was born there. With Ethiopia. 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 This man was born there. This man was born there. This man was born there. This man was born there.
For his foundation is in all the mountains. Lord God loved the gates of Zion more than all the rest of Jacob. Glorious things are spoken of the old city of God, Selah. I must make mention of Rahab and Babylon unto them that know I hold Philistia and Tyre with Ethiopia. This man was born there. The ice himself shall establish her, as well as the singer, and the players upon instruments shall be there. All my springs are this. The Lord God shall Rastafari highly Selassie the first shall come, when he riseth up the people, that this man was born there. In the society of the rich and the poor and the lost, in the society of the rich and the poor and the lost, when I hear the I-90, the I-left of Jah, hear the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah, hear the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. We are in the society of the rich and the poor and the lost. When I hear the I-90, the I-left of Jah, hear the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So much love to all my friends. So much love to all my friends. When I say more, you say fire. More fire. King Selassie as the Almighty, I mean, big bad sound like justice. This is the Kalunja passing through. So much love to all my friends. 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 Much love to all my friends.
Yes. Shalom, Chabarim, friends over there. Yes, I here. Outro, I Jamal.
Gabby was there.
In my peaceful rest, it's like a slice of death. Somewhere over there, I'm with my friends in the spirit. In my peaceful rest, it's like a slice of death. Somewhere over there, I'm with my friends in the spirit. Man called Bob Marley, take up me life. Brother Peter Touch,
Yes. Good rest and a blessed rise. Yes, I. Laila Tov, Ad Boker Tov. Shalom, Chaverim, Bashem Yeshua.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.